Where are you, Kona?
When I was 28 years old, I had a really big decision to make. I could either become the CEO of this firm I was working for in my hometown, which was offering me a six-figure salary, or I could move to Denver to be an unemployed writer. Now, at the time, I was a single mom of a 6-year-old not getting child support, and it seemed obvious to me and everyone else that I should take the job. But the problem was I didn't want to be a CEO. And I had just connected with this amazing literary community in Denver that invited me to join their writing group, and my friend was moving out of her rent-controlled house and said I could take it over. And it was just excruciating to make this decision. My father and my brother said, "Don't be stupid, take the job. And then after a few years, you can quit and write anything you want." But I kept thinking, who will I be at the end of a few years doing 70 hours a week for a job that I don't want to do? And I was just lost. So I called one of my oldest friends, Charles, and he said, "Kona, you already know what you want to do." And I was like, "Yes, but what about the money?" And then he gave me what was maybe the best advice I've ever gotten. He said, "Whatever, you'll figure it out. You're competent." And it was like I suddenly remembered that that was true. And just because I had a kid, it didn't mean I had to not be what I needed to be, which was a writer. So we packed everything and we put it in a 28-foot moving truck, complete with a 12-foot trailer to tow my car, and we set out to Denver from California, Northern California. So we're headed there. My son, my 6-year-old at this time, was in this phase where he just talked all the time. And I figured it's a 21-hour road trip, so great opportunity to do the experiment, see how long he'll talk for. The answer is forever. Never stopped. On the second day, I heard that we were just outside of Reno, and I heard this awful cracking sound. And it was the trailer braking. And luckily, I was able to pull over before my car fell off, but it was terrifying. I had paid the extra insurance, and the company said that they were going to send somebody. And we waited and waited and waited, and after 7 hours, they said no one is coming. It was 105 degrees. We were running out of water, and I just felt like the worst mom ever. Like this was a sign that this was a mistake. I should have taken the job. My son is still talking, but I felt really awful. But I also remembered Charles's words, "You're competent, figure it out." So I found a fire station nearby and went and got water, and then I found a local mechanic who helped me unhook the trailer and said that I can leave my car there until I could figure out when I can come back for it. And we got back on the road. We pulled into Denver on the night that Obama was giving his 2008 acceptance speech at the DNC, which was in Denver, which meant a lot of traffic. But also fireworks over our new house as we pulled in. And his speech was all about embracing change, which just felt really inspiring. And so when I started running out of money, I took on a lot of odd jobs. I sold Rosetta Stone at the mall. I got a job for the city as a living statue. But eventually, I went to grad school and got my MFA and became a writing professor, which was a dream job because it meant I could pick up my son from school every single day, which I never could have done if I was a CEO. And we stayed in Denver for 12 years until my son graduated high school. And now I'm empty nested and in this new phase of my life. And it's scary, but I keep thinking of Charles's words. I'm competent and I will figure it out. Thank you.
That's Kona.